and I hate ranch.
Okay.
I love blue cheese, which is like...
See, I'm the opposite, man.
You
I
hate
love
blue cheese, you love ranch.
I do not fuck with blue cheese, bro.
But I feel like that's the thing, right? It's like pivoting. Like, it's like, if you like ranch, you like ranch. If you like blue cheese, you like blue cheese. Like, some people do the both, but that's where it came from. And then I was kind of like, throw that away. You know, I still use like Blue Cheese Productions as like when I make beats, and like I post it on YouTube and stuff. And also now that I'm in a space where I can build a studio and maybe get to producing and stuff, like Blue Cheese Productions, I want to be some type of branding within merchandise, within production, within all those things. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire.
So in the end, it still kind of pulls through, but it's like, let's just be me. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be Evan James. Let's be the person that you are. Talk about the things that you do on a daily. Like, I'm somebody that when I meet people, I try to have a genuine conversation because I feel like that connection is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fire. So like, do you feel like your artistry has changed ever since like you like went from like just like fucking I'm gonna be myself? Like, what do you feel is the difference?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think there's a lot of like vulnerability in being yourself, you know what I'm saying? And putting it out to everybody, because it's like people judge that and that's just like a piece of you, if that makes sense. So I think in that sense, I also just started writing about my life. Like the songs inside, I performed Bury Me, which was an interpolation of a Olivia Rodrigo song.
Okay.
And then the next song was Addicted. That was when I was fighting with addiction with the bottle and everything. Like I was drinking, getting into stuff that I really shouldn't have at that time, you know what I'm saying? And I made that song afterwards because something had happened where I was just not myself. I was blackout drunk. I was not myself. And I was like, damn, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? So it definitely made it so that diving into actually what's going on in my life and how I treat people and how I deal on an interaction, write about that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it definitely changed.
That's fire, man. And so like, it sounds like you put like a lot of your soul and like your heart into your music, man. Like, so how do you describe your music for the people who haven't heard it? Like, honestly, like it kind of sucks because like we're here at YTH 2023,
yes, sir.
And I was out here doing interviews, but my girlfriend heard it. She said it was amazing. She was like, I have to interview you. So how do you describe your music, man?
I tell people a lot of the times I don't have a clue. Like, I don't know. But I think if I really like boiled it down, I mean, even right now, I'm like getting into the space where I'm creating new music. Like I have 4 or 5 songs that I'm trying to get into a little project going on about heartbreak. So this is an even more matured version of the sound that I have been creating. But I want to say it's really personable. Like it's really like deep into my mind type of thing. Like I don't have other artists to really say kind of what it's like, but in terms of where I pull stuff from, like recently, I listened to a lot of Rod Wave.
Okay.
Yeah, I listened to a lot of like Jasmine Sullivan. I listened to Frank Ocean. I listened to Brent Faiyaz. I listened to this girl Lizzie McAlpine. She's from the Midwest. She has that TikTok song Ceilings.
I think I've heard that one.
Like it was like a trend or something, but there's other stuff where it's really alternative. It's really like a different vibe, but super personal. Like it's super like just guitar and her voice.
Fire.
And I feel like that's what connects with people. You know what I'm saying? If you're telling a story and all that, like. What do you mean? I think that's where I can kind of round off what my music is like.
Okay.
I wouldn't say like it's like R&B, soul, pop music, or if it's just pop music, or if it's rock, hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all the stuff that's kind of influenced it.
It's that Evan James music, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's that Evan James, you know what I'm saying? You put on that Evan James real quick.
Yes, that's the goal, you know what I'm saying? That's the real goal.
That's fire. So I was talking to you earlier, and like I know that you like produce and kind of like engineer as well. So what's the songwriting process for you? Like, are you going to the studio? Or are you recording it yourself? Just like what goes into you creating a song for real?
So originally, there were times when I didn't have access to all of my stuff at once. There was a time when I had my computer over here, all my speakers and stuff over here. Like, I finally got to a point where I was creating music again, and it was everything created by myself. Play the piano myself, do the synths, do the drums, then go and just run the beat over and over and freestyle for 9-10 minutes and just grab melodies and maybe phrases and stuff like that and cut them all up, put them into a song, and try to make it so that there's... When I was younger, I was really into reading books. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too, bro.
And a book's plot has a lot of rising actions, climaxes, falling things. Like these things are what stories are, how stories have been told for, you know what I'm saying? So use that in the music with all the melodies and stuff. Piece it together, re-sing all the melodies, make sure it's up to like, if I was to perform this, I'm strong, I'm confident, I know what I'm saying, this is what we're doing, and then build harmonies around it. And then go to a studio and be like, can you just mix this to a higher ability? Can you give me a little shine on it? Like I can get my mixes to a good point, but a mastering engineer really has to be there to like turn up that notch just one more. You know what I'm saying?
That extra oomph.
Yeah.
He just touches it a little different.
Right, and that's just where I just work to anybody that wants to do anything. Like you have to continuously work at the thing that you want to do. Like continuously. And that's what I've been trying to do, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta get those 10,000 hours in.
And it's like that cliche of it, and it's completely true, but it's like you can't even think of that as a goal. You have to think of just like, it's hard to, but an infinite of you just, if you're really passionate about anything, you gotta do it, you know what I'm saying? That drive is gonna be within you. So if you find that in yourself, like, life will be a lot more fulfilling.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it really all comes back to passion. You gotta find out what you enjoy and what you love for real.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, but like I said, we're here at YTH, man. So is this your first YTH Fest performing at?
Yes. Yeah, this is the first time.
Awesome.
Really exciting. It was like good vibes in there. It was a lot of good people, and like even the performances that I've been watching are just like Don COP and YTH have been putting together something that's like a great community, you know what I'm saying? Last year I went to the one in Holyoke and I was just like a bystander type of thing, like I wanted to get the feel out and everything. And that was at the same time when I wasn't in a position where I was really creating music at that point. So now that I'm back into it, like I'm really trying to dive head first, you know what I'm saying? Let's go into the deep end, let's learn how to swim. Let's go, you know what I'm saying?
I like
so
that.
That's kind of what I need to do and what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? But this is definitely a huge festival. Like this is really great. I really like this.
I'm glad to hear that, man. So how did you feel up there on that stage? Like were you nervous? Like do you feel like the crowd was messing with you? What was up?
So to be honest, I couldn't hear myself. And that was also because I wasn't, my performance on stage in terms of like holding the mic, I could have had a larger presence with that, but that's just one thing that you learn and you get better at, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like, I really just wanted to see people as people and like make them understand what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And make them understand that this is coming from a true place, like let's really talk about it. Because like I said, I really like to just have a one-on-one conversation, like genuine, so if that could be with people, you know what I'm saying? I think they like me. I hope they did. There's a lot of people that were coming up and just like giving me thanks and like sadly, but also like in a loving way. Like people were coming up to me and being like, yeah, my dad had cancer or my grandmother passed away from cancer, like for that last song. So it really made me think like you do have a voice in some things, you know what I'm saying? And recently I feel like to be able to talk about that is hard, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Talk about any type of pain or real shit that you go through, it's like, it's hard to do, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to burden other people. You don't want to just be like super open about shit and all that. But I think that in that sense, I'm glad that I was able to kind of bless in that way, you know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah, man. And honestly, like, it really is hard to be vulnerable. But when you're able to do that, especially for such a large crowd, it really does help people because, like, at the end of the day, you're not the only one going through shit like that, you know? Like, even though sometimes you feel like it is, it feels good to feel like you're not alone for real.
No, I swear, because a lot of people feel alone. A lot of people feel alone, you know what I'm saying? And it's, like I said before, it's hard to talk about that. It's hard to open up about that shit. So,
yeah,
if somebody could be a vessel, they should be, you know what I'm saying?
That's good. So like I said, so I missed that actually, but so are you currently like battling cancer, man?
No. I went through that a couple years ago, and it was thankfully a really short process. Like I had one surgery on New Year's, and then another surgery in February, and then in the end of March they told me I was cancer free.
Wow.
So it was about a 4-month process, and that's, I don't know, there's a lot of things that you could say about that experience, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of it, like the love for life and the understanding that things aren't in your control at all times. And also like what we were talking about before, be passionate, just love, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to do, but I think in that sense, I have obviously like checkups and stuff, but we're good, you know what I'm saying? We're good right now.
Man.
Yes.
Well, I hope you're around for a long time.
Thank
Get to keep creating music, creating content, man, because you're really touching people out here. You're doing great things. And please Of course, I appreciate you, man.
And this was a real, genuine conversation. I love that.
You know, it was really real, bro. Like I said, like I'm really tight that I didn't get to see you perform,
That's good.
but I'm glad we got to chop it up.
Yes,
and like I said, like even chopping up before we got in front of the camera, real
I saw
dope
you
guy.
perform and you went crazy.
Thank you.
My grandfather died of like stage 4 testicular cancer, so I felt that shit for real. Like,
Well,
it was amazing.
not to be like that. That's what I had. I had stage 2 or 3.
Wow.
Yeah, so
My
it was
grandfather
like
had stage 4.
Yes,
It was
scary, it's scary.
It was a crazy battle.
It's
to
really
watch
scary.
But it was amazing. And your song, like, it touched me a lot.
Thank
it
you.
really did.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Glad to hear, man. Well, hey, you're a real one. Please shout out the social media for the people who want to watch.
So Instagram, Evan James Official. Also TikTok, Evan James Official. And then on YouTube, Evan James Official. I got a video out for Bury Me, that first song out. So
Bye. Appreciate you, man.
Thank
well,
you.
it was Marscomedia, the hottest thing to come out of Western Mass since basketball. If you ain't heard about me yet, you're going to hear about me. We're out of here. YTH 2023.
yes, sir.
Boom. That was fire, bro.
Thank
For real.
you.